EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital.
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Seattle.
On first down, Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 62 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7. Washington, nothing. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Complete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
That's another Washington.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Seahawks.
A first look here for DJ Dallas. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Seahawks ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
With the score.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
12-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
Steven Sims now on the return.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Here's McKissick. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. J.D. McKissick taking it in. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. 3rd down here.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw on 3rd down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the... This is caught inside the 15. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Seattle.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Wilson's pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation either.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll go again with McKissick. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Check 49, check 49. Switch it, come on, switch it.
A carry now for McKissick. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we are. He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run with McKissick. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Watch twist.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 on the Seahawks 41-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Gibson, and he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 34.
34-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And that is going to be incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Back now at FedEx Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check.
Now a handoff looking right. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. They'll hand it off. It's Love trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down by K.J. Wright.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards there on a Washington 1st. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They turn to Love on the handoff. Room to run again. The 20. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched him before it went 10, and that's obvious.
Going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the gun, Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. This will be caught at about the 5. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All they had to do, Charles, keep the ball, work this clock.
The only way for the defense to win was to force the fumble. And they did. Took it the other way for a score. And now, if you're the offensive team, it will take a miracle, perhaps, to win this ball game.
They're going to try and run. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Tyler Lockett now with a return.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Well, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's going to win it. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Steps away. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Throwing now is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
10-26. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close.
Thought it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again, Haskins. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Today's final score, Seahawks 37.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, Stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.